Y'all, I'm going to tell you what this offseason felt like, and I'm going to tell you what grade I give Rob Pelinka for this offseason. This offseason started out feeling like the offseason in which we got Timofy Mozgov and Luol Deng. The first move we made, given what we saw the Lakers do in the playoffs, given we saw them as a 3 seed get smoked 4-1 against Minnesota, given that we saw the Lakers needed a big man, what was the first thing that we did this offseason? We signed Jake Laravia. That's what we did. And it felt reminiscent of the offseason in which we signed Luol Deng and Timofy Mozgov first. Those are the first two signings we had, and our money was gone. We signed Jake Laravia this year, and it felt like Rob Pelinka did something because he had to do something, because Laker Nation would have gone fucking nuts if he didn't. That's what it felt like. After last offseason, in which the Lakers did nothing. They got Anthony Davis and LeBron James, and they did nothing the entire offseason. This was the first move that he made to sign Jake Laravia. That on its face is an F. That is an F grade for Rob Pelinka. And any of you who co-sign that style of general managing, you're part of the problem. You're a part of the problem. Look, did things happen to work out for the Lakers? You could argue yes. The reason why I say you could argue yes and no, things didn't just work out, I'm telling you, you could argue, is because what part of our offseason was deliberate? Trading and getting Adu Thiero, I believe, was deliberate. Do we know he was the initial target? I don't know. But you saw them make two moves in order to get to the spot to draft Adu Thiero. That was deliberate. What other part of our offseason was deliberate? Or you can I'll rephrase it like this. What other part of our offseason was proactive? Look, this video is about grading Rob Pelinka in our offseason. Right? And I'm telling you right now, I'm starting his grade. I'm not going to give him an F, because the players that we got are good players. On paper, we had a good offseason, y'all. We had a good offseason. So I'm going to look at the players we acquired and the players we did not trade. The players we acquired: Marcus Smart, DeAndre Ayton, Jake Laravia, Adu Thiero. Fantastic. Fantastic. Those are fantastic acquisitions. And then when you look at the players we did not trade, and I'm talking more along the lines of Rui Hachimura, Dalton Connect, and Austin Reeves. Not fantastic. I don't mind us keeping Dalton Connect. I like the fact that we kept Rui Hachimura. He did so much more for the Lakers last year than many fans give him credit for. That dude is solid. Why we did not trade Austin Reeves, now granted, this could be more of a financial issue, in that he is up for a contract or contract extension soon, and I know a lot of teams don't know what he's going to do. Okay, whatever, I get it. But Austin Reeves don't need to be on the Lakers right now. If there was one move to be made this offseason, it was to trade Austin Reeves and acquire a player that better fulfilled what the Lakers need, especially given we have Luka Doncic and we have LeBron James. We don't need Austin Reeves. And that's the one issue I got as far as players we did not trade. Again, I like the fact we kept Dalton Connect. The dude has mad upside. I believe that there was a point last year where he was better than Austin Reeves. And because he was showing himself to be better than Austin Reeves, the Lakers put a cap on him. The Lakers brought Dalton Connect down in order to salvage Austin Reeves. There was a point last season where Dalton Connect had no reason to be brought down at all. The dude kicked ass straight up. Without him, we are a play-in type team. We lose that many more games without that guy. And when the Lakers saw him being a little bit too effective, it's almost like they said, yo, man, this cat got to come down a notch. You got to have room to play Austin Reeves. We got to have room to play Gabe Vincent. Another guy who got shot after shot after shot until he finally became productive. But his minutes came at the expense of Dalton Knecht. So I'm happy we did not trade Dalton Knecht. I believe the dude has huge upside. When I heard his excuse of why he did not play well in the summer league, hey man, shit sounds sense. The shit sounds logical to me. Like his peak, when he wants to peak, it's not for the summer league. He wants to peak when that damn regular season starts. And it sounds like he's been all about his business. I got no issue with that guy. Right? My bigger issue is this. DeAndre Ayton, great signing. Fantastic signing. I've liked that dude for a long time. Marcus Smart, great signing. Right? Jake Laravia, I don't know. I know that for the first signing of this offseason, that's an F. That felt like Mitch Kupchak saying, oh shit, everybody's gone. Oh shit, everybody had a deal in place before midnight, and we didn't. I got to do something. I'm going to sign Timofy Mozgov and Luol Deng. That's what Jake Laravia felt like to me. Might the dude turn out to be a diamond in the rough and just a fantastic player? Absolutely, he may be. Maybe. But that's what that signing felt like to me. It felt like the Lakers did nothing last offseason. So this offseason, Rob Pelinka knew he had to do something. And he did the most benign thing you could do. He signed Jake Laravia to 2 years and whatever. You know, that's what that felt like to me. Jake Laravia move felt like Rob Pelinka was protecting Rob Pelinka instead of Rob Pelinka was trying to make the Los Angeles Lakers better. That's what the Jake Laravia move felt like to me. Adu Thiero, I like the fact that John Calipari pointed that dude out. Look, man, there's a handful of things you know, right? And one of them is this. When Kentucky is trying to get a player or gets that player, or Duke is trying to get a player, right? And that player had mad upside and they thought Coach Krzyzewski thought the highest of them, John Calipari thought the highest of them. That's why they recruited him, right? So like even with Kentucky, a Kentucky big man, you got to stop and look at it, take a double look, right? Because they recruited that guy. They recruited that guy because they thought that guy was something. Those guys have an eye for talent. And I heard John Calipari talking about Adu Thiero. And he said, that's the one you got to watch. Granted, it wasn't John Calipari at Kentucky. It was John Calipari at Arkansas. But either way, that dude got an eye for it. And in that sense, 6'8", athletic. They say his jump shot's going to catch up with his growth spurt. And that he has point guard skills. Just need to catch up with his body. Yo, man, I'm all for it. I'm all for it. Now, what grade do I give Rob Pelinka? A D. And many of you may be saying why. If you like DeAndre Ayton and you like Marcus Smart and you like Adu Thiero, right? And I think Jake Laravia signing was trash, given it was the first one of the offseason. But I'm not hung up on Jake Laravia. I'll give him a shot. Why do I give him a D? I give him a D because how much of his offseason was deliberate? If DeAndre Ayton doesn't get signed out, what does he do? So, I mean, if he doesn't get bought out, what does Rob Pelinka do? What are we doing at center? If Marcus Smart, who I think is a fantastic piece to have next to LeBron and Luka, especially if he can stay healthy. If Marcus Smart don't get bought out, what do the Lakers do? You know? And that is my beef with Rob Pelinka. Nothing was deliberate. Last offseason, nothing was deliberate. All last year, I don't give a shit that we got Luka. Nothing was deliberate. Because Dallas called us. Rob Pelinka was sitting there with his thumb up his ass. And Dallas called us. And Dallas initiated that. And Rob Pelinka did what 30, 29 other NBA teams would do. Right? So, as you see, I'm going to give 2 grades. The Lakers grade this offseason, right? Our improvement as a team, I give a B. B plus maybe. Right? Rob Pelinka's performance this offseason, I give a D to D minus. Because that dude is not doing his job. He's sitting around waiting. And did it work out for him this offseason? Yeah, it did. Yeah, it worked out for him this offseason. Right? Did it work out for him last offseason? In which he literally did not do shit? See, you got to recognize that this offseason could have been last offseason. Plus Jake Laravia. Our Timofy Mozgov and Luol Deng. That's what Jake Laravia was going to be. Rob Pelinka better be on his knees ready to blow the GMs that bought out DeAndre Ayton and Marcus Smart. Because without those two, this offseason is straight trash. Just like last offseason. Rob Pelinka keeps executing these off seasons and making them about Rob Pelinka. The Jake Laravia signing was about Rob Pelinka. No one could tell me that given our performance in last year's playoffs, that Jake Laravia should have been the number 1 signing of this offseason. What did we have? $18 million? Something like that? And you're going to go and give 7 to Jake Laravia? When you got Luka, Austin Reeves, Dalton Connect on your team, you're going to give 7 to... Okay. If you guys are buying that, you're a part of the problem. So, yeah, man. I don't know. It felt like it had to be said, man. Because, a lot of people think the ends justify the means. And that's bullshit. It just so happened this year, the right guys got bought out and the right guys decided to come over. But outside of that, nah, man. Rob Pelinka gets very little credit from me. Hey, man, again, Rob Pelinka keeps getting put in these spots where he does what 29 other general managers would do. He does what 95% of Laker Nation would do. And then we turn around and give him credit for it. Go do something we don't see coming. Huh? Go do something proactive. Right? And you initiate some shit. Make us proud of you, man. Nobody wants to hate on you, but shit. You're already a nepotism hire. Right? Or a fraternization hire. Right? You're there because Jeannie Buss knew Kobe and loved Kobe. That's why you're there. Fuck, man. Go do something, man. Go earn your money, earn the love from Laker Nation, man. All right, y'all. This is Pure Uncut Lakers. I'll get up with you again.